Did your family speak at the wedding? Did anybody get up and say anything?
Yeah, so we had a rehearsal dinner. My brother gave the sweetest speech.
See, that's when I would cry.
It was so there wasn't a dry eye in the.
And if you see one,
cake.
you know that person's dead in their, in their heart. Yeah, you're like,
are you gonna murder
something
me?
wrong with you.
I think you're gonna murder me.
That's cool, though.
Yeah, it was amazing. I mean, we are like 5 years apart.
Yeah.
So we had this thing, and he said it. He was like, "Nobody makes my sibling cry but me," and that's like how
so
we
much
work.
In that statement.
So much in that statement. It's like I'll punch anyone that makes my brother cry, but like if
I can do it.
But I can do it 1,000 times over. And it was so sweet. And Wells's sister and her husband spoke, and they wore onesies. I got them animal onesies for Christmas in 2017. I thought that they had thrown them out, donated them, whatever. And all of a sudden we look over and they were doing a speech in their onesies. And it was so sweet. I love it so much.
Oh, I love that family. That's fun. Yeah, usually people aren't like that at weddings. That's cool.
Yeah, it was great.
They was like stuffier.
They just like disappeared for like a second.
I love that. They're like, so this is how we're going to present our speech.
Yes, exactly.
So your family shared a very small apartment in New York whenever you were little, right?
Yes.
Was it, I mean, it kind of seems like hard times, but it also seems kind of cool because you're all like, it's very cool and tight and your family's like all together. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, and as a child, you don't
realize.
You don't know the difference, you know, whether you're staying in a 5,000 square foot house or a 300 square foot apartment, you know, like it was amazing and fun, and the building had so much history, which was really cool. Like I remember singing Annie nonstop because I was auditioning for it, and so I would go out onto the fire escape and like get some air and like really feel like an orphan in the 30s in New York City.
Did your neighbors hate you?
They were actually so sweet. Like they would applaud, and then like a week would go by, and they'd like yell up, like, "Hey, did you book Annie? Like, what's going on?" It was so sweet. But then we had like my cat brought me a birthday present one time and jumped up on the bed, went to pet him. It stopped after about an inch, turned on the light, and it was a mouse's head. So then there's that as well.
Yeah.
You know?
Welcome to New York. Yep.
Yes.
Rats and mice.
Rats and mice and people asking if you booked Annie.
I love that you asking if you booked Annie. Yeah. Very New York.
Very New York.
I just love that, like, I thought you were going to say they hated it because I lived in apartment complex when I was little, and the Little Mermaid.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I thought this was my moment. I just always would go out on the balcony and sing that part. And then revert and go, just keep singing, and like play it out, like the whole thing. And my neighbors hated that. But I didn't care. I just kept singing.
You're
I love that your neighbors were supportive.
They